Hey guys, I thought I'd let the aquaponics people see the front of me here, see who they're actually talking to. But it's Friday, February 2nd. It's been a somewhat productive week out here in the build, and I'm gonna walk you through it here. Yeah, it's a nice warm day. We've been in the 80s all week long. I think winter just kind of skipped San Diego. Check the 2-week forecast again, trying to stay on top of any rain coming so I can, get this going, and if I need to, if rain's coming, get the water collection system at least to the one tank. I got the tank over here, but at least get the one tank up and running. But yeah, I checked the 2-week forecast today, and no rain in the 2-week forecast. So that takes us well into mid-February, and we've only had one small storm this year so far. And I mean, it was a decent 1-inch storm. I wish I would have had the rain collection up by then. But anyway, let me walk you through the progress we have so far for this week. One thing is, I ordered buckets for the Touch Bucket system. I bought these new. I know you can probably find them used at bakeries, but I visited 3 or 4 bakeries this past week, and nobody had anything. And my only other alternative, because I wanted to go food grade, and while you can probably grow, and I have in the past with hydroponics, grow in the Homer buckets, they're not, quote, where's my fingers, quote unquote, food safe. They are made of HDPE #2 plastic, but they say right there on Homer's catalog, not food safe. So I bought these at Uline there. It's where I get my shipping supplies, and they were a little bit pricier than what I could. My other alternative was Lowe's, and they had a 2-gallon white round bucket, and I didn't think the 2 gallons was enough for the roots. It probably is, but with the white bucket I probably would have had to paint it black anyway to keep the algae out. They came black already. No sunlight gets through these. You can see that, the sun behind it, no sunlight. They're about 9 inches, 12 inches, 9, 10 inches tall. Yeah, they're probably 13 inches tall. They're 9 inches square on the bottom. They are food safe, FDA approved, child safe. Bad news is they cost me $5.25. If you buy 10 or more, they're $5.25. If you buy less than 10, they're $5.50. But I think it was worth it. It was only $30 to ship, but that's because I just live down the coast from there in LA. I just live down the coast. So $30 ship, I got 38 buckets. I might have got a couple more, just, extras. And then I also got the grommets today from Granger. I'm kind of fortunate that I have a Granger right, 10-15 minutes away, so I don't have to pay shipping on these. But these are 3/4 inch grommets. Not uniseal, but grommets. And they'll fit the 1/2-inch pipe for the drains on the buckets. If you buy these at Home Depot, they're going to run you a $1.25, $1.50 a piece. And, with 36 buckets, that's pretty pricey. This whole bag of 50 was $9, 9 and change. So with tax, cost me 10 something. Because I spent all last night looking at other people's videos to try to find out the part number. Here's the part number for you if you want to order them. It's a 3MP-L8, and it's a package of 50 for only $9, and whatever you pay for shipping if you have to order them. If you have a Granger nearby you, make the trip, pick them up. I've heard it costs about up to $9 a ship, so which is amazing. And that would fit in a flat rate for $6, or first class, I'd say that would go for at the most $3. See all my shipping knowledge? Anyway, let's go into a quick section I like to call I Changed My Mind Again. I'm kind of OCD, or whatever you want to call it. I like everything looking nice and neat and matching. I started not liking the green buckets and wishing I didn't cut them in half that way. I wish I would have cut them in half the other way so I can use them for grow beds. They'll still work as grow beds. I decided for my media bed ones, I'm going to use these tubs concrete mixing tubs, all purpose. HDPD 2 again. Probably not, you know, quote unquote food safe, but they're 2x3. Well, they say they're 2x3, but they're not exactly 2x3. So I'm gonna have to shorten the width of my frames a touch. But yeah, I'm gonna go with those. So we'll have 6 to 12 of those, and I'm doing them like that in sections instead of building one grow bed. So I can pipe them with an inlet at each one, and I can pipe a drain in each one, and I can use each one. I can make into a ebb and flow media bed, or I can make into a DWC system. So that's the I changed my mind again, and I do that often. So let's go over here and see what we got done this week. I got I don't know if I showed you the bench, but I got the top bench up. I think I might have started another video and then whatever. The top bench up for the Dutch buckets. That will hold 18 to 19 going down that way. Framing out the lower shelf that will be attached right underneath here. Enough room so a 2-inch drain for the upper bed can still fit. But that would give me 2 rows of 18 and 19 each row, so that's 36 or 38 Dutch buckets. The top row will be for all my vining stuff, tomatoes, cucumbers, peas, whatever. The bottom row will be all my bushy stuff, my peppers, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, whatever grows in those. So those are almost done. I did go ahead and pop in the uniseals here for the 1.5-inch pipe using what is this, 2 1/4? 2.5-inch hole saw for 1.5-inch uniseal. I started cutting pipe, and I know they have those clampy things that with a blade that slices through them. I have one somewhere, but the one I have, an economical one, only goes up to like 1 inch. So I went and bought this stupid mini hacksaw for $3 or $4. I thought, oh, that would save me a lot of money. And the blade's so flimsy, it's when you're cutting, it starts curving. So screw that. I'm gonna bite the bullet, go in tomorrow and buy a blade thing that'll go up to 2-inch and just use that. It's a lot cleaner and easier to use, quicker. So yeah, as long as a 2-inch I can still do 1/2-inch width, then it will be economical. Got all my pipe fittings for most of the plumbing of the filter. Still working on that. I ordered tonight, I ordered I think 3 gallons of K1 biomedia for the biofilter. I'll probably need more than that, but it's $15 for a gallon. I got it from Amazon. Free shipping. Will be here tomorrow. So yeah, if I'm going to check the local hydroponics and see what they charge, but I figured I'd get 3 gallons to start, and we'll just go up from there. And with the Dutch buckets, I'm going to use lava rock, and that will give a lot of space for bacteria, and so the Dutch buckets will also serve as part of the micro biofilter as well. And then when I put the plants in, I'll probably put the plants in clay in a net pot into the lava rocks. Lava's too hot. Okay, this is the big accomplishment. I guess I probably should have showed you the hole. But yeah, my guy who was digging it hasn't shown up yet, so I guess he's hurt worse than he thought. So the past 2 days, I got in there with a you can see the fruits of my labor there with a little spade, and it broke pretty quickly. And then my alternative digging tool, my rusty hammer there, and then went and bought a new one too, new spade, and just started chiseling the sides down because the depth was pretty much there. It just needed the sides all squared off, which they are now. And so I went ahead and set the cage and then dropped the tub in tonight. I am going to put a 2x4 cap around the edge, and kind of like I did there. And then I'm going to drop in fence boards down as far as I'll go, just to kind of protect the sides. I'm not too worried. This is all clay and rock. You know, knock on wood that it wouldn't flood in. But just to be safe, I'm going to drop in fence boards as deep as I can, like I did with the fish tank, all around. This is the side. I don't know if you can see down there, that's the side with the drain. I capped the drain just in case, you know, any leaks. I did leave, when I cut the hole on top, I did leave the two sides. Like on the fish tank, I left the one. Like I mentioned before, I think that strengthens the whole thing. And what I'll probably do is when I bring the drains in, I'm thinking about drilling holes there and there to kind of cap the drains in. I am not positive yet. And I'm hoping this will also reduce sound of water dropping and all that. Or else I might do extender pipes until they're underwater. That way we don't have the sound of dropping water that much. I'm going to aerate with an air pump. I pretty much already figured that out. And then this is the pump will be down there, and feed line coming out. Probably in the middle or close to the side here, because when I put the posts up here for the lattice, when I attach the pipes going across. So, and I'm figuring right now an inch for my feed. I might go 1.25 inches. I'm not positive yet. But, and let's kind of go level here. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I mean, depending on how high the wood cap goes on this, you can see from the Dutch bed there, the 2-inch drain pipe will be coming pretty much even with the 2x4s. So I got about 1 inch, 2 inches drop. So I haven't, you know, put a pipe there yet, but yeah, I could probably come in right across the top, because I'm probably gonna board here flat and then bring the drain into it. I'm not, again, not positive yet. I might, yeah, I don't know. And then only have a lid right here. Yeah, I haven't decided how I'm going to work all that out yet, but I'm getting there. I think my goal is to have this all up, at least, you know, fish tank, the sump, to the Dutch buckets, at least one row of the Dutch buckets, up in cycling by next weekend. That may be ambitious, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the Dutch buckets, they'll have 2 separate drains, one for each row, but I'm only going to do one feed line. I'm going to do 1 3/4 inch feed line, and then have tees for each bucket, and I'm going to alternate the lower rows. So I'll have a bucket here, bucket here, and then down the lower bucket kind of set in between them. So you'll have a feed for the upper, feed for the lower, feed for the upper. And haven't quite decided if it's going to be a 1/2 inch going down PVC, or if I'm just going to do 1/2 inch or 3/8 tubing down. Probably going to lean towards a 3/8 tubing. I'll have T, then a valve, then a barb, and then the tubing going into the buckets. So that's it. I'm done for the day. Kind of don't want to do anything else. Tired. I need to go in and start working on the business type of stuff. Sun and setting here in San Diego. I did do one more thing this week. It's unrelated to the aquaponics, but this is our hot tub and enclosed patio sunroom. I took some of the bulkheads I got and put 2 bulkheads in here. We haven't put the siding on here yet, but two bulkheads, and the top one I'm gonna pipe or hose. I got a splitter that's gonna go in the hose, and I'm gonna put a hose to the top so we don't have to run a hose all the way around to the door to fill. And then this one has a barb, and I'll show you the other side. This is gonna go into a drain, and it's gonna go down. And in case you guys were ever wondering what this hole was here for, this is gonna be kind of like a sump. I'm gonna fill it with rocks, and that's where the drain for the hot tub is gonna go. And right now, buried under here is kind of a sump for our air conditioner, condensation. I'm thinking about extending that line out to the sump because I don't like water pooling up so close to the house. So yeah, that's other projects. Let me show you real quick the inside, and then we'll call it a day or night or whatever it is. Yeah, I still got to put the siding. You seem to bounce from project to project. Yep, that's Santee for you. Choppers everywhere. So yeah, I put a valve on the top, and then this is for the drain. It's not a big one, but I had a pump that had a 1/4 inch tubing, and I'm not in a hurry to drain it, so this may take a few hours to drain, but it's a, I don't know what it is, a 100 or a couple hundred. So I just put an adapter on there to a barb and got a 1/4 inch tube, and yeah, it may take a few hours to drain, but I don't care. It was a free pump, and then I got a little hosing, collapsible hosing for the inside to fill and wash out the tub. So speaking of the tub, I'm going to change into my nifty cat shorts that I got for Christmas, and I'm going to jump in and relax. And the top needs to be washed too. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video, maybe in a couple days or so, and show you some progress. All right, later guys.